Hello, everyone. I'm Kyle Kalloo with Change My Life at Change My Life Coaching.
And Christopher Lawrence with Change My Life Coaching.
Okay, let's just say it. Let's just get it out of the way. Donald Trump. There, I said it.
It's scary.
Now we can talk about what we want to talk about.
He who shall not be named.
You know what? Here's the thing.
The evil one.
I met someone this past weekend. We were having a conversation, and then it turned into politics. And the person said to me, "I don't usually talk about politics and religion," and so that led me to believe. Led me thinking, why? Why don't we talk about politics and religion?
Well, because people are afraid of, they're afraid of offending somebody. You will lose friends and relationships over differences in politics and religion.
Okay, so with all the stuff that was happening with the election.
In our world today,
okay,
we will lose friends because we have a hard time allowing people to agree to disagree.
But isn't it just having a dialogue, even having conversation, having a healthy, even use that term loosely, healthy debate? But let's have a conversation. So the other thing,
we don't do that anymore.
Okay. And to that point, I heard some people were deleting people off Facebook.
I did.
Why?
I deleted 2 people, and actually I deleted them. And it wasn't just disagreeing; it was blatant, right? So there are a few things that I won't stand for, and one is blatant racism and sexism and homophobia. And so for me, that's kind of like the line. But I deleted them, and then afterwards I was like, why did I do that instead of saying something? I did say something, but then it was shut down. But I think this is to your point, is that if we're not having the dialogue because we're so afraid of being offended or offending somebody, then you end up with people like Donald Trump getting in because we settle for mediocrity. And when people want change, they vote in change. Look at our government in Alberta. We voted in an NDP government. First time in 40 years that the Conservatives haven't held a seat and haven't held the leadership in our province. People want to change, and people are really hard on the NDP. I mean, they're blaming them for things that weren't even their fault, although a lot is their fault. But which isn't the point. The point is that we voted for change,
right?
And when you settle for mediocrity and you're not having conversations, then you express it through a tick on a box rather than having dialogue.
So what's the moral of this is, I think let's have conversations with people, because sometimes that influences change, and sometimes it influences understanding, right? And it's like you said, sometimes we may disagree, but we don't know how to learn to disagree without feeling that I have to delete you off my Facebook.
I have to cut you out of my life because we disagree.
Yeah, we disagree. Yeah. So I think what we're saying is, have conversation. Not all conflict is bad, and nor is it scary. And, you don't have to lose, one of your 836 friends on Facebook, because we know how real that is, right? But still have conversations. Anyways, that's kind of...
If you were in the U.S. election, who would you have voted for?
I would have voted for Hillary.
Because?
I would have voted for Hillary because when I look at what is happening to that culture and what they're saying that they're going to do, is she says she's going to do a few things, and I want her to do that. I could hold her accountable to that. Then someone I just don't trust and like only because of what they've already shown me. That's my only thing. They've shown me. If he didn't show me all this other stuff and is talking about change, completely different. But what he said, there's the contradiction.
I'll be honest. I would have voted for Hillary too. But I think Trump would have had my vote. Granted, we're Canadians, so it doesn't matter. But Trump would have had my vote if he hadn't been a misogynist. Like the man is a misogynist, and he's homophobic. And this was the argument I got into with somebody on my Facebook page, which was like, they're talking about, I don't like the fact that he's sexist and homophobic and racist, but everything else is good. And I'm like, my head exploded. I was like, actually, but that's true. Like, I think that there were a lot of policies that he had, not all of them, but I think if he hadn't done that, there is some good stuff that he could be potentially changing. Although he is going back on his campaign premises now already. And when you choose your own family as an executive team, Anyway, this isn't about Trump. This is about dialogue.
Yeah.
So are you having the dialogue, and are you open to disagreeing? And if you're like my grandmother who passed away a couple of years, remember, it doesn't matter what other people think, because what you think is right.
Exactly.
At least to
Good
you.
Point. Good point. Anyway.
So, which doesn't mean you can't have the dialogue. And I would just say be open.
Yeah. Listen, this video was really long, but I really felt, we felt that the dialogue was worth having. So.
Do you know how I feel? I might disagree with you.
All right. Until next time.
Do you like Kyle's lighting better? Do you like it better? He complained. He complained last time. Do you know why? Because I have a light right here for him. Okay. Thanks, team. Bye.
Cheers.